All right, we got a heated session and question period here from today where Pierre Poilievre takes on a few Liberal ministers. And when I start this video, you're going to already hear the Liberal banshees screaming at Pierre Poilievre. I love how he triggers them. He really, really gets under their skin. I love it. I think you guys love it. So we're going to have a look here. But before we do, please don't forget to like and subscribe, as it really does help grow the channel. And I appreciate you guys so much for doing that. So let's have a look and then we'll talk about it.
Trying to distract from their inflation and rising cost of living by talking about their corruption. This will be the 10th Liberal budget. Already, they've doubled the debt, food bank lineups, and housing costs. Every dollar the government spends comes directly out of the pockets of Canadians who can no longer afford to eat, heat, and house themselves. Their fridges are empty, Mr. Speaker. Will they learn these costly lessons? Will they cap their inflationary deficits and get rid of their insane taxes on groceries?
The Honourable Government House Leader. Mr. Speaker, the Leader of the Opposition is inventing scenarios.
What?
To distract from the story. The Leader of the Opposition has had two opportunities to apologize to the RCMP, our judges, and our legal system. He has refused to do that.
Good.
In terms of inflationist spending, so-called inflationist spending, from the opposition leader, well, he still hasn't suggested one single way to cut or identified what spending, what support for which Canadians he thinks is inflationary, Mr. Speaker.
The Honourable Leader of the Opposition.
Mr. Speaker, tragically, 3,000 auto workers in Brampton learned that the Prime Minister had sold them out and failed them in negotiations with the United States of America. To make matters worse, this Liberal government and this Liberal finance minister forked over $15 billion, tax dollars, to the company that is moving their jobs south. So surely the government would have negotiated a jobs guarantee for every single Canadian Stellantis employee. Will they release that guarantee and the entire contract so Canadians know where their dollars went?
The Honourable Minister of Industry.
Mr. Speaker, of course, what Stellantis announced for the Brampton plant last week was completely unacceptable. And Stellantis has made solemn commitments to this government and to their workers, and they need to honor their commitments. And that's why we will hold them to account. While my colleagues are just right now talking, we already know that in committee we said that we would agree to the production of documents. Thank you.
The Honourable Leader of the Opposition.
We're going to hold them accountable. Okay? This is like another situation where, oh, we're going to do this, guys. Don't worry. We're going to. It's the party of, like Michelle Ferrari said, it's the party of we're not going to do anything. We're just going to say we're going to do it. And again, why not? Their false promises, their empty promises keeps winning them elections. So unless Canadians wake up and actually hold the Liberals accountable, nothing's going to change.
Mr. Speaker, surely Stellantis would not be announcing that it is moving a 3,000 worker plant to the United States of America if this government had negotiated job guarantees in that contract for $15 billion. To put this into perspective, $15 billion is $1,000 for every single family in Canada that was supposed to create jobs. So simple yes or no question. Is there an ironclad guarantee of every single worker's job here in Canada in exchange for that $15 billion handout?
The answer is no.
The Honourable Minister of Industry.
Mr. Speaker, let me be extremely clear. We will fight for these jobs because Canadian auto workers are the best auto workers in the world. And we will make sure.
What does that even mean? Like, what is Canadian auto workers are the best in the world? You're obviously just saying that to kiss ass because you know that you screwed up and you gave a lot of money to a company who is now saying, hey, thanks, see you later, because this country sucks because of people like you, Melanie.
Face all consequences, including legal ones. That being being said, an hour ago, I met here in Ottawa with the head of Canadian Stellantis, with the head of Unifor, and also with the Minister of Economic Development of Ontario. We're one strong team, Canada, and we will make sure that these jobs stay in Brampton.
Yeah, that meant nothing.
Leader of the opposition.
Mr. Speaker, still no answer. It was the finance minister, the present-day finance minister, who is in charge of a $500 billion forthcoming Liberal budget that was the one who signed this deal. And amazingly, barely 2 years after he signed it and forked over 15 billion Canadian tax dollars, the company receiving it is moving the jobs to the United States of America. That minister claims she might take legal action. She can't do that unless there's actually a job guarantee. So will she tell us, yes or no, does every Canadian Stellantis worker have a job guarantee?
The Honourable Minister of Industry.
Mr. Speaker, when this government negotiates contracts, they're good ones. And so my colleague will have the chance to see.
I'm sorry, I'm pausing. I can't go more than like 30 seconds, not even 30 seconds, listening to Melanie before I just can't stop. I can't help but laugh. It's so ridiculous. We negotiate good contracts based off of what? Give me one example. Like, does she drink all day? Like, does she show up already half in the bag? I mean, listen, I like my beer. Don't get me wrong, but you're not supposed to drink at work, Melanie. She got like some paper bag with some whiskey in it in her office. Like, what's happening? Because she's really not even saying anything. I don't get it, man. But we'll continue the exchange here.
These contracts. That being said, we will make sure to put full pressure on the company. These jobs need to stay in Brampton. These jobs need to stay in Canada. And ultimately, the future of the auto sector is bright, and we'll continue to fight for it.
Doesn't look like it.
The Honourable Member for Saint-Jean.
Okay, so that's the end of that exchange. I mean, it's just so ridiculous. It's just Pierre Poilievre is saying, hey, you guys said that you would protect jobs and create jobs. No jobs are being created, and now we're losing jobs. And you have Liberals telling us, Canadians, that it was going to be Pierre Poilievre who sold out Canada. It was Pierre Poilievre who wouldn't be able to negotiate these deals. Now, the Liberals gave Stellantis a bunch of money, and they're saying, hey, sorry guys, it sucks here. We're going to the States because it's a better opportunity. And that's what a lot of Canadians have been worried about. And the Liberals, led by markcarney, said that they would stop it, and they haven't. Just like you knew it, just like I knew it, just like anyone with half a brain knew it. But some people decided, after 10 years of destruction, to continue to support the Liberal Party. They thought they had a Justin Trudeau problem. Or they like Justin Trudeau still somehow. And they like his replacement just as much because the evil Conservatives were going to sell us out. Again, I can't count how many times I've said this on this channel, but this is just confession by projection. When the Liberals say that Pierre Poilievre is this, and that he's going to sell out Canada, or that this and that and this and that, whatever they say that's bad about him, it's the actual truth about themselves. Pierre Poilievre is going to sell us out to Trump. That's literally what they're doing. It's crazy. We need change. We're not going to get it for a while. I know a lot of people are hoping for an election in November. It's still too close, in my opinion. The last thing you want is for people to still trust markcarney, and yes, those people exist in droves. Believe it or not, they do. They're not ready to switch back over to Pierre yet. A lot of the swing voters who like Pierre then switched over to markcarney are not ready to come back to Pierre because they still think that markcarney is the best guy for the job. Not to mention the NDP doesn't have a leader. They can't afford an election right now. This would be potentially disastrous. So, again, I know people really want the change, but we're going to have to wait at least, in my opinion, another 5 to 7 months. I know that's too long. We want it now, but we're going to have to be patient, continue to expose the Liberals, and hopefully the swing voters, and maybe, God forbid, even some Liberal voters will say, okay, it's been 11 years. I've had enough. Time for change.